So the United States just sent the THAAD missile defense systems over to Israel, and this is a very big escalation, primarily for the fact that this missile defense system, which is supposed to help stop against ballistic missiles, still not strong enough to stop against hypersonic ballistic missiles, but besides the point. This requires U.S. personnel to be on the ground to manage these missile systems. The best way to think about it is the United States is renting or loaning or providing this to Israel, and the United States is pretty much going to set it up, manage it, do everything, which again requires a small group of United States personnel. We have cruisers, aircraft carriers, destroyers, frigates, all in the Mediterranean Sea. Like, U.S. troops are sitting in the Mediterranean Sea. We are now supplying anti-air equipment and armaments to Israel. Israel is still talking about their attack against Iran. We have the Gulf nations pledging their neutrality. We have Saudi Arabia contacting Israel and the United States, asking them to lessen or even prevent this attack against Iran, knowing that the Gulf states would be at jeopardy if a Iranian response were to happen directly after this Israeli response. And we have Iran just yesterday contacting the United States, like U.S. official sources have talked to like the Israeli Times and stuff, explaining that Iran has asked them, literally Iran has asked them and warned them that if Israel does a response, that Iran will instantaneously strike as soon as they have confirmation of the response. So with all of these advancements, like Iran, and then Kamala saying China isn't our biggest threat, Russia isn't our biggest threat, but Iran is our biggest threat. Kamala is saying this. No matter how you feel, Republican, Democrat, both controlled by the same people, but the Democratic Party is definitely the voice of the people, is the voice of the people that run things in the back. And when Kamala says this, we know it's going to be bipartisan. And we already know that Trump talks about Iran. So for Kamala to say that Iran is our number one priority, out of her mouth to say these words, the United States is going to war with Iran. Like, they are going to war with Iran. There's no, every single thing lines up to say the United States is going to war with Iran. The question is, are we going to war with Iran before the presidential election, or will we be starting in 2025? But the war is here. There's no way. Do you know how much money it takes for us to send our carriers and to send our actual troops in the Mediterranean Sea? We're spending like $1 billion a day to be able to do something like this. It's not a day, but exaggeration. The point is, we're spending a shit ton of money to be able to have troops in the Mediterranean Sea for what?